Hi everyone, my name's Cathy. Welcome to Skint Living UK. I've been watching this programme. It's in China and basically people are really struggling financially there, and they're doing videos called Poverty Flaunting. Have you heard of that? Because I haven't. So it's a sort of a bit like our under-consumption core. So people are showing the few bits of money that they've got, what they do with it, because basically there's 8 out of 10 people in China are in debt through loans, car loans, home loans, you name it. So people are just like, yeah, they're just dead honest and say, yeah, this is what I do. And some people even think it's a virtue. So I'm just showing you this for education and, as YouTube would say, for critical review.
Rides. Maybe I'll drive myself soon. Also, I have a bit of fatty liver, but since I'm cutting back, I don't order takeout anymore. I cook at home, and my fatty liver has improved. Actually, the biggest change for me this year isn't a downgrade in consumption, but rather consumption disappearing. In the past, when I was tired from work, I ordered afternoon tea or milk tea. Now I just drink plain water. When the water tastes a bit bland, I buy the cheapest tea bags and brew them myself. I don't eat out much anymore. Occasionally, I compare prices across 4 apps for takeout. Even if I save just yuan, I'll do it. The most extreme example is my colleague. He sold his birthday party props and dinnerware from last year. I thought, wow, he's even getting his money back. My consumption habits have really changed.
你说这服装卖不动，我能理解。
When you say clothes aren't selling, I get it, but not cutting hair? That's hard to understand. Customers used to cut their hair at least 2 or 3 times a month. Now they only cut it once a month or even less. People are starting to make do with life. Today, my neighbor told me that vegetables aren't selling well. He used to sell a lot of other vegetables, but now he can only sell radishes and cabbage. The rest of the vegetables just sit there and rot. This consumption downgrade has affected us in 3rd and 4th tier cities. How are people in 1st and 2nd tier cities living?
现在根本就不是消费降级啊。
This isn't just consumption downgrade, it's extreme low consumption. Simply put, it's just about surviving. Anything else we try not to spend money on. That's why we're seeing a stagnation in consumption, with many physical stores closing down. A lot of people are out of work, and every industry is in a tough spot. People can't stop spending, but they can't keep up either. They're lowering their spending needs and trying to survive on as little as possible. It sounds funny, but it's really just a painful reality. Life used to be hard, but now just surviving is hard. A user named Sweet Mom, who runs a children's clothing store, recently complained on Douyin. She said it's hard just to survive, stating that even basic survival has become a challenge, let alone expecting a bright future. In simple terms, it's about just surviving and saving wherever possible. In this mindset, consumption is no longer about enjoyment or maintaining a decent lifestyle, but is reduced to the bare minimum, just enough to keep breathing. Everything else is unimportant. Recently, the topic of consumption downgrade has sparked attention on social media, with
It's a consumption downgrade. So they don't spend anything, or if they do consume, it's next to nothing. So it's not just in the UK, it's not just in the States, Canada, Australia, even China's feeling the pinch. I've always thought of China as being a rich country, but obviously things are on the downturn for them as well. So it's clearly a worldwide phenomenon. I think everyone is really struggling now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. And if you get a chance, check out the channel, China Observer, because I think it's interesting to see how another country that's not typically in the Western world is how they're coping with things financially as well. Bye for now.